movie, insiders say that the US government is really thinking about the XRP ledger. For the record, XRP, the CEO of the European Central Bank, has said that Bitcoin will not be added to the European Union's collection of digital assets. Carlo Domingo, co-founder and CEO of Securitized, says that tokenized funds are changing the financial world and making them available to everyone. He also talks about the possibilities of tokenization in future stocks and bonds. The largest group, the $28 trillion, will be tokenized by Securitized. Treasury bond market in the US, retail buyers being at the top of these institutions is something that has never happened before. A big part of the reason most people are rich is the money they put into technology. When financial institutions start tokenizing the assets they handle, they will get benefits. Christine Lagarde, head of the European Central Bank, said that Bitcoin will not be added to or included in the funds of the European Central Bank. From her point of view, funds should not be frozen out of fear of money laundering or other illegal activities. Instead, they should stay liquid, safe, and secure. The first thing that the ruling and general counsel should do is put liquidity, security, and safety first, not suspicion of illegal activities or money laundering. The number of agreements between AS Securitized and other exchanges and blockchains grows. It will become more useful to turn managed assets into tokens. This is what Christine Lagarde thinks. The central banks of the General Council will not get funds. After a good conversation with her Czech coworker, they are sure that they have persuaded her of the importance of having plenty of cash on hand. The last part of the movie shows how tokenized treasuries are becoming more famous and how these technologies could change the banking business. When the value of tokenized goods goes up, which is what banks are doing more and more, everyone wins. Christine Threed-Bradlinhouse, who is in charge of the European Central Bank, is expected to ask the 27 countries that make up the European Union for advice. In the US, Democrats have said that Bitcoin is involved in illegal activities. However, XRP has been mostly inactive because of legal issues and other problems. Sees promise in XRP, on the other hand, and expects it to be built into the systems of a number of European financial markets. An insider, Scott Milker, says that the idea of using XRP as a strategic backup is being looked at very closely. Jack Mers came up with the idea while he was running Strike, a business that processed Bitcoin networks and sold Bitcoin for just $1. It was because of this that Jack Mers said at his news conference that XRP would eventually become acid. It looks like the US government will have to buy XRP because it is hanging on to what it has. This is where the idea that other countries need to gather these assets comes from. The United States already has XRP, so it would take a strong push to get them to buy more. A lot of other countries may feel like they need to add XRP or XLM too, just like the US. Every government in the world is wary of Bitcoin because they don't know much about its past and don't want to take the risk. But if they already use Ripple for some of their payments and LRL-USD, the digital currency of the central bank, they know it's real and safe. Being at talks with Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larsson, and Monica Long gives them a chance to get to know and trust these people. Union of 27 countries that make up the European Union, Christine Garlinghouse, head of the European Central Bank, is likely to ask other countries for help. There is now talk about how XRP could be used as a reserve asset, and whether or not other countries will follow suit in response to Jack Mayer's problem. Other countries will definitely keep a big amount of XRP on hand, even if the US government doesn't. Your future success will depend on how well you can build relationships with Bitcoin community leaders. More digital transactions, especially those involving cryptocurrencies, should use the US dollar. This is a top priority for the Trump government. It is hoped that this change will make regulations clearer and make way for responsible and safe growth off stablecoins. This could allow the US dollar to expand into new global markets. Because of this, billions of people may choose to keep their money in the cryptocurrency market, which could make more money and make the world a better place. The Trump government fully backs cryptocurrency as a new way to drive the economy, use technology, and handle money. Their main point is that making coins that are more durable will make the US dollar even more important in the global market and encourage more people to use it. As traditional countries try to make their currencies more widely used around the world, this will be one of the main goals of the Trump administration. China and some other real countries are not buying US treasuries, but selling them. The US needs to find a new way to sell them because of this. Larry Finke doesn't care about any possible competition in this area because he thinks the US dollar is the world's de facto reserve currency. He believes that the US should do more to make its currency the standard for all online purchases. This would make US Treasury bonds much more popular and raise their value by trillions of dollars. The Trump administration has met with big names in the business, such as Who may have given the president information about different types of assets? Bitcoin is a way to keep value, not a way to fix the country's debt problems. So it's not clear who will use it in the future. It would be good if laws required stablecoins to be backed by dollar-denominated assets like stocks or cash. That being said, these deals are not yet governed by any laws. Treasury auctions are likely to gain from laws that the Trump administration may pass. But it also doesn't mean you should initiate a law development before considering other possibilities. So I guess that is a space where if there is a dollar-based currency only as a result of the dollarization, traditional countries are having a hard time finding a new market for their US treasuries. This bill could help them. Last but not least, the Trump administration wants to make the US dollar strong. As bull coins become even more popular in the digital world, the demand for US treasuries could rise by trillions of dollars, which would be good for the world economy. It is expected that the US dollar will be helpful. There are signs of a crypto reserve made up of Bitcoin and other technologies, and the crypto markets are seen as a sign of how focused the US government is on putting America first. People in the US are optimistic about the future of the crypto business because of this focus on diversification. Some of the most famous companies in the world are based in the United States. It has been at the forefront of technological progress. For the past few years, the Biden government has been against crypto. After Jamie Finn quit as president and co-founder of Securitize after 7 years, Michael Shin, who used to be the CEO of Grayscale, joined Carlos Domingo and his team to help. The idea from Union Square Ventures says that big web companies like Google and Facebook were able to make money by building on protocols like TCP or Ethereum. In the cryptocurrency world, there is a lot of doubt about which system, Bitcoin or another, will make the most money. Well-known companies like Ripple and Coinbase will be approached by places like State Street and banking institutions like Heath Bank of New York to buy them. It is possible that these banks will need to buy Zappo, BitGo, or Ledger S. Tokenization helps them move forward because they don't have the means to make their own solutions. Another part of the sector might feel the pressure because they might not have the tools to make these answers. Paul Atkins has been on the Securitize Advisors Board since 2009. Santander, SBI, Sony, Coinbase, and Blockchain Capital are some of the other partners in Securitize. This makes it even more important for him to work with Ripple in the future. There are ties between the new head of the SEC and Ripple that could be very important for the company's future. The value of the US dollar is a good measure of how much